elementary school, I knew I wasn't, I would say, smart as some of my friends or my brother were, so I realized I had to study a lot more and had to put a lot more time and effort into class and with my grades and stuff. And I really didn't like that. Being a young kid, I didn't really feel like that was fair for me, and I kind of struggled with my grades all the way through high school. But going into my senior year, I realized I wanted to go to college at some point, and I knew my grades were going to have to get me there. I can't explain how important it is. It is very important to start at a young age, finding study habits that work for you. I changed that aspect of it. I became a lot better student. I became an AB student, and I still am today. I have a 3.0 here, and it helped me kind of put everything into perspective and how hard I needed to work to get where I want to achieve academic-wise and baseball-wise. Study hard. Anything's possible.
It's because I recently had a friend of mine pass away that I've known since I was probably 8 years old. I played little league baseball with him, basketball. He was probably the coolest kid in school, actually, and he ended up trying to get cool. You got to do what the cool kids are doing. So he started drinking and smoking dope in 7th, 8th grade, and it kind of progressed into it in high school, and ended up failing out one year in high school because he didn't want to go to class because going to class isn't cool, and then eventually, he ended up making it to college, which is good, because apparently I think he had somebody take a test for him, and then he actually ended up getting into too much drugs, and he passed away one night. And his older brother came in, and he was dead in his bed. And I kind of just looking at that, you kind of just look at his life, and you realize, what starts in 7th and 8th grade, it can really affect the progression of the rest of your life. And I just want to let you guys know that the stuff that you think is really cool right now, it's not that cool. Like try and get with a good group of friends and a good people who are leading you in a good direction in your life, and that's probably going to be something that's going to actually help you better your life. I'm not saying that you're not going to make any mistakes, because believe me, I've made my fair share, and I still am. And everybody's got to experience what they want to experience, but I've learned from firsthand experience that what's cool and the idea of what's cool and what's not in middle school and high school usually doesn't lead you in the right direction. And so try and think about what you want to do with your life, and not what everybody else is telling you what to do.
But the funny thing is that when I stepped into Tomball and went to the same parties, the white guys are still doing the same thing everybody else is doing too. It's like everywhere you go, nothing's going to change. You just need to go out there and set yourself some goals, and try to do what you need to do to try to get yourself better than that person that is down here. In middle school, when you're in 8th grade, you're like, man, I'm in the cream of the crop. I'm there. It's going to be awesome. But it's funny is that you're that big fish, but when you get into high school, you're that little fish again. And when you're that little fish, those seniors are going to be like, hey, do this, do that, do that. And, that's how kids can be involved in peer pressure, and then that's when other kids can go their separate ways. And then, that's how people get separated from when they were in elementary school, but when they get to high school, they don't even talk to each other anymore. Personally, I never thought of myself as a big fish or a little fish. You just got to stay within yourself. You just got to stay within yourself and just be the person that you are, and don't let that change anything. And if you get involved with peer pressure, just stick to your goals that you set for yourself and the morals that you have, and try to keep your mommy proud as well. So if she found out some of the bad stuff that you were doing, I'm sure she wouldn't be very happy. And just keep the friends that you've had in elementary school, because those are your true friends, the ones that'll stick there with you and the ones that are always going to be behind your back.